All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome in. My name is Alexis, and I'm going to be your yoga instructor here today. So, welcome to Wild Blue Yonder Media. This is the start of the Heart Chakra series, which is part of the larger series of Full Body Awakening. So, we're going to be moving up into our chest space and our heart chakra space, kind of opening that up. I know I certainly need that. I spend a lot of time hunched over during my day. So, as we get into practice today, let's keep in mind your boundaries. Notice where you're ready to extend into postures, where do you need to modify and come down to the mat, or perhaps find a center posture. Also, keep in mind, I don't often cue water. So, if and when you feel thirsty, of course, please feel free to step off your mat, grab that drink, and then join us whenever you feel ready. Today, we're actually going to start down on our back. I'm going to stay seated for this first part, and I will join you after the opening meditation here. So go ahead and make your way down onto your back. Your knees can be bent, soles of the feet on the floor, or you can also extend your feet out. You can bring the soles of your feet together, allow the knees to fall open wide for recline bound angle if you'd like. And then to start to get into that upper part of the body, especially the heart chakra space, go ahead and maybe open the arms out. Maybe they're out laying on the mat or the ground next to you, or maybe they're up overhead, starting to get that gentle stretch, that upward movement, that opening in the chest. Or if you'd like, you can tune into the heart chakra, placing a hand on the heart, maybe placing a hand back on that lower or that upper abdomen space, that solar plexus chakra space, kind of starting to tune into that flow of the energy here. You can gently close the eyes if you'd like, or just find an unmoving point and soften your gaze. In the yogic tradition, there are 7 chakras known as the organizing centers for reception, assimilation, and transmission of life energies. The fourth in this system is the unstruck, or heart chakra, in Sanskrit known as the anahata. This is the location of love, and it's located in the heart space. It's associated with compassion and love, as well as the element of air. It's also associated with the color green. As we move through practice today, I invite you to bring your awareness into the heart chakra area of your body. Notice sensations in this area, and notice too if you can feel the air moving in and out of this space, flowing freely. So settling in, taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling the belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhale that breath back out. Take another deep inhale. Fill the belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhale that breath back out. Take another deep inhale as you feel your belly expanding outward like a big balloon. And then exhale as you draw that belly button in toward your spine. Inhale as you feel the torso expand, the collarbones gently lift. And then exhale as you feel the shoulders release down and away from your ears. Inhale that air in the nose, down the throat, really filling the lungs, feeling the heart chakra space expand. And then on the exhale, feel the torso contract as that air moves up the throat and out your nose. Continue to breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling with intention, really noticing the movements of your breath here. Now, if the mind wanders off on a thinking adventure, it's okay. It happens. See if you can draw the attention back to the breath, back to the inhales and exhales. If it feels right for you, perhaps reincorporating the mantra we use at the beginning of our practice, or reincorporating a mantra we can use at the beginning of our practice here. Inhale, I am. Exhale, unstruck. Inhale, I am. Exhale, unstruck. Remaining here with your breath in whatever way best supports you for just a few more moments today. Take another deep inhale as you set an intention or a purpose for your practice today, which really can be anything at all, but it often answers the question, why did I get on my mat? Take another deep inhale as you feel that intention with your heart and mind, and then exhale that breath out, setting the intention off to the side, knowing we'll return to it toward the end of our practice. Lovely. I'm going to go ahead and join you down on your back here. So go ahead and bring the soles of the feet underneath the knees. So the knees are up in little mountains. And if your arms are not out already, go ahead and bring those arms out, palms up wide. So we start to gently open that torso. Good. On the next inhale, allow your legs to fall over to the right. Just a really gentle recline twist here. Doesn't feel like much, but gosh, it is such a great posture. I'm feeling it right now. Kind of feel that twist through the spine, maybe start to feel a pull up into that right shoulder blade. Notice the left shoulder blade. We want to keep it rooted onto the mat. So pressing into that right elbow if you need to help keep the left shoulder blade down on the mat. Feeling that pull through the left quad, top of the knee, and then into the top of the left hip flexor space. So such a nice way to start the practice. It's a great way to start your day or end your day as well. You can do this practice right in bed, these two little stretches here. Such a great way to get into the body. Good. And then we'll go ahead and inhale, bring the knees back up into center. Exhale, allow the knees to fall over to the left. And as you come onto this opposite side, just noticing, is there a difference here? Maybe you're feeling a little bit tighter on one side over the other, maybe not. Feeling that nice pull in through the top of the right knee, into the quad, into the right hip flexor space. And again, kind of feeling that rotation through the spine and then up into the left side of the body. And then we want to keep that right shoulder on the floor. So maybe pressing into that left elbow to keep that right shoulder rooted, noticing what feels good for you here today. Good. We take a deep inhale. We take a deep exhale. We really just soak this nice stretch up. Oh my gosh. Especially notice too how having the armpits open is kind of that direct connection right into that heart center space, kind of opens us up here already. One more deep inhale. And then exhale, go ahead and bring those knees back into center. You're welcome to roll onto one side and press up. Otherwise, bring the hands onto the knees and begin rocking back and forth here, coming on up. And then we're going to go ahead and flip over onto our hands and knees. So bringing the hands beneath the shoulders, the knees beneath the hips, the tops of your feet come onto the floor. We'll inhale as we sink the belly, lift the head and the hips, coming into cow. And then exhale, lift the back, sink the head and the hips, coming into cat. Inhale into a nice deep cow, look up toward the sky. And then exhale into a nice high cat. Feel that heart center space contract here as you press the mat away. Inhale into cow, feel the heart center drop down toward the mat. And then exhale, feel the chest and the hips move toward one another. Chin is tucked here. Good. Inhale into neutral. Good. On the next inhale, let's go ahead and tuck the toes and then lift the hips coming into your down dog. Now, this may be the first down dog of the day or week. So let's walk out that dog, bending one knee and then the other, opening up the backs of the legs. Take a nice deep inhale here. A nice deep exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, come into stillness. Arms are nice and long. All 10 pads of the fingers gently grip the mat. Head is between the arms, gazing toward the toes. Shrug your shoulders down onto your back. press into the hands, moving the chest toward the thighs. Really, we're feeling an opening through the heart center here as we really press that chest toward our feet. Feel the feet, the heels reach down toward the floor. They may or may not touch. That's totally fine. Just noticing where you are at today here. Good. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead, pick up that right foot and step it up between your hands here. Go ahead and drop that back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep up those arms, lift the torso. We're in our low crescent lunge. And then exhale, bring those elbows into cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, pressing the heart chakra space forward, lifting the gaze up. So we're feeling that gorgeous opening in through that upper chest. Lovely. If this is too much for the arms or the shoulders, hands can also be on the hip, and you can still squeeze those shoulders together, opening the heart center as you look up toward the sky here. Front knees bent in line with the foot, in line with the ankle. We don't want to bring that knee in front of the ankle, so we're not overextending it here. Couple deep breaths. And then also notice that opening in the left hip flexor here. So much goodness right here. Deep inhale. Exhale, windmill those hands down to the mat. Go ahead, step your right leg back, and we're going to lower right down onto the mat. So we have two options here. Hands can come beneath the shoulders, or elbows can come beneath the shoulders. Plant the arms and the hands coming into Sphinx. So the forearms are pressing down, gaze is forward. Feel that opening in the heart center. And again, maybe tip the head back slightly here, opening up that heart space even more. Next option is hands under shoulders, press into the mat, lift the torso, lift the legs coming into up dog. So those thighs hover up off the mat. The touch points are the hands and the tops of the feet. Gaze is up, shoulders are down, elbows are slightly bent here. Feel that decompression in the low spine, but notice that opening in the heart chakra space. Good. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, shift your weight onto your knees here, heels or hips onto the heels, elongate the spine for a little counter posture, child's pose here. One more deep inhale. Good. And then inhale, look up between the hands. Go ahead and step that left forward this time. And then inhale, sweep up the arms into our low crescent lunge, opposite side. And then exhale, bend those elbows out into cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulders together. Look up toward the sky. Feel that heart space open and lift toward the sky here. So again, check in with the knee and ankle. Make sure they're in line with one another. Feel that opening on the right side. If having the arms in cactus is too much, hands can also be on the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift through the torso here. Feel that gorgeous opening through the chest. Yeah, wherever you are, a couple deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg. Step that left foot back here. Good. Inhale, look up between the hands. Baby step those feet to the top of the mat. Come right into a halfway lift. Knees slightly bent. Torso is parallel with the floor. Back is flat. Shoulders shrug down. We take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, we sink into a forward fold. Tuck the chin, look between the legs. Good little counter posture here. Maybe nod the head, yes. Maybe shake the head, no. Knees are still slightly bent here. Maybe move the head in a couple circles in one direction, releasing the neck. And then in the other. Head is heavy. It's like a big bowling ball sitting on our neck all day. So this is great for releasing those muscles. And then come into stillness. On the next inhale, bend the knees generously, flatten your back, reverse swan dive. Inhale, sweep those arms wide and up. And then exhale the hands into heart center. Great work. Go ahead and step toward the center of your mat. Make sure you have plenty of space to move here, okay? We're going to go ahead and come into our dancer pose. So we're going to start by grounding into that right foot. Knee is slightly bent. Lots of options. I'm going to step you into them. Stop wherever you're ready, okay? So knee is slightly bent. We're bouncing on that right leg. Go ahead and inhale, lift that left heel up and grab the foot or the shin or the ankle with the hand. Dancer, you can stay right here. Option is to inhale, right arm sweep up. Next option is to exhale, hinge with the hips, lean forward here, right? You can stay here. Next option, you can press foot into hand into foot, lifting that leg as far as you can. Find an unmoving point in front of you, soften the gaze. Imagine peeling open the heart center wherever you are. So we're feeling that opening as that arm gets pulled back by the leg here. You can also bring that hand onto the heart center if you'd like to tune into it. Let's just take a couple deep breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Great work. Go ahead and shake out that right leg here. Move that ankle around in one direction, then the other. Nice work. And then we'll come on to the opposite side. So this time, left foot comes to the center of the mat. There's a slight bend in that knee here. And then when you're ready, right leg lifts up and we grab that shin, ankle, or foot here. You're welcome to stay here. Inhale, you're welcome to sweep that arm tall. Option. Exhale, you're welcome to hinge at the hips, lean forward with the chest as that back leg lifts. You can stay here. Next option is to press that right foot into the right hand into foot, lifting that arm and leg as far as you're able. Find your unmoving point, soften the gaze. Woo, if you're a little wobbly, it's okay. Hand can stay extended or you can bring it onto the heart center again. Feel that peeling open here, especially with that dynamic tension in that foot and hand. Couple deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Nice work here. Go ahead, shake out that left leg. Great work, great balance work and opening of the chest. Move that right leg and ankle around in one direction and then in the other. This is not fancy, but it does do the job. Good, and then we'll inhale, come to the top of the mat, sweep our arms up and tall, and then exhale, swan dive down into our forward fold. Inhale right into a halfway lift, nice flat back, shoulders shrug down. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands. Let's step back onto the hands and knees. And we're actually going to make our way down onto our backs, not for final relaxation quite yet, but let's go ahead and come down onto our backs here. So as we come down onto the mat, we're going to bring those soles of the feet down to the floor. Heels are beneath the knees as much as you can get them there. When you reach your fingers down, you should be able to either touch your heels or almost touch them. Everyone's anatomy is a little bit different. All right, so knees stay in line with the hips. We keep our gaze looking up toward the sky. So if you need to watch me first and then join me, feel free to do so. We're going to move into bridge or wheel. So I'll cue bridge. That is your first option, and then wheel. So hands come to either side of the mat, palms facing down. We'll inhale, press into the feet, lifting those glutes up toward the sky, coming into bridge. And then exhale, roll ourselves back down. So weight should be in your feet and across the shoulders here, not in the head and neck, right? So make any adjustments that you need. And then when you're ready, inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips again, and come into your bridge. As you come into bridge, those knees stay facing forward and you're kind of moving them toward the midline as if you're squeezing a block in between the legs. They don't need to touch, but just kind of that dynamic tension toward the midline. Pressing those hip bones up. Palms of the hands are down on the floor. You can also interlace the fingers beneath the glutes, or for shoulder opener, heart opener, you tuck your shoulders under, and that's going to lift you up higher. Again, gaze stays toward the sky, arms rest on the mat, keep pressing up. Now you can be in bridge, or if you'd like, coming into wheel. Place your hands up toward the sky and then curve those fingers down toward your shoulders so your palms are on the mat and the inside of the wrists are facing above you toward the top of your mat. Same thing on the next inhale. Press into your hands, press into your feet, lift the hips, lift the body, look down between the hands, coming into wheel. Good. So wherever you are, you're getting a heart center opener here. Feel free to come out of it as soon as you're ready, tucking the knees into the chest. But if you're here with me, let's take a couple deep breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, if you're in wheel, tuck the chin, lower all the way down here. If you're in bridge, go ahead and lower those hips down, untuck the shoulders if you're on them. And then no matter where you are, once you reach back down, tuck those knees into the chest, wrap your arms around your legs for a couple moments here. Maybe rock from side for a little gentle release of that low back and the hips here. Ooh, that was a big posture. Really great work, guys. Really amazing job. Great. Just 3 more postures and then final relaxation. So go ahead and drop the soles of the feet down to the floor here. We're going to extend our feet long out to the end of the mat. Oops. Making sure you're not kicking around your props here. Good. And then inhale, extend the arms up overhead. On the next exhale, step your feet to the left side of your mat, bottom corner, and then step your arms to the top left corner of your mat, coming into this banana shape here. So we're getting this nice reclined side body stretch. We're still feeling that opening through the heart space. If you'd like, left hand can grab that right wrist and gently pull over to the left. Ooh, it feels so good through the side body. Ah, I love it. Take another deep inhale here. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Arms and torso come back into neutral, legs come back into neutral. When you're ready on the next inhale, step your legs over to the right bottom corner of the mat. Move your arms over to the right top corner of the mat. Oh, feel that nice opening through the left side now. Again, you can stay here or right hand can grab that left wrist. Gently pull over to the right. Such a nice opening. Again, this is another one that you can do in bed at the beginning of the day or the end of the day to kind of help your body wake up or cool down. It serves both purposes. Deep inhale, and then exhale. Bringing those legs and the arms and torso back into neutral, and then a full body stretch here. So point the toes, heels engage with the mat, the floor, reach the arms above you, palms are wide, fingers are wide here, arms resting on the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, shrug the shoulders up toward the ears, feel the back arch, and feel the glutes, the calves, and the heels engage with the mat as you reach in either direction as if you're being pulled by one person on either side. Reaching, feeling as that heart center also opens up here. We're really opening up the armpits and all those spaces that connect into that heart chakra space. Oh my gosh, feels so good. Maybe reach a millimeter more in either direction. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, release all effort and rest right here for just a moment. Maybe close your eyes. And notice the absence of effort here. The body just resting as you left it. Notice how there's still maybe a stretch happening, even though you're not actively doing anything anymore. Deep inhale. And then deep exhale. Now, you are welcome to stay right here for final relaxation, or you can find any one of your other positions. Maybe knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, knees out wide, reclined bound angle. One sole of the foot in, opposite leg extended for fallen tree. Both legs kind of spread out a bit wider, feet open for traditional final relaxation. You can also lay on your side or your belly, or you can come back into a seated position if you'd like to use this as more of a seated final meditation. So whatever you choose, this is your final part of practice. So I invite you to make your way into it now. And then start to notice the breath. Notice how fast or slow the breath is moving, how deep or shallow. Notice the quality of each breath on your inhales, the quality of each breath on your exhales. Feel into the gentle rise and fall of the belly, the rise and fall of that heart center. Once again, notice if the mind wanders off, it happens. It's okay. The moment you've noticed, that's mindfulness. So celebrate that noticing and then come back to your breath, come back to the inhales and exhales. If it makes sense for you, perhaps reincorporating the mantra we used at the beginning of our practice. Inhale, I am. Exhale, unstruck. Inhale, I am. Exhale, unstruck. Remaining here with your breath in whatever way best supports you for just a few more moments today. I'm going to get quiet for this final part of practice so you can have it to yourself. Please know that I'm watching the time and I respect yours, and I will let you out of this posture before the end of practice. So lean back, let go, just rest right here. The earth brings us to life, and she welcomes us back to her when we die. When we look deeply and feel this connection to the earth, we begin to feel admiration, love, and respect. She is us, and we are her. Bringing your awareness back to this space, taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling the belly, lungs, and chest with air. And then slowly exhaling that breath back out. Take another deep inhale as you begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, move the arms and legs, gently waking your body up. And when it feels right for you, roll onto one side, pause there with arm or hand beneath your head. It's here that I invite you to bring back to mind your intention or your purpose that you set at the beginning of your practice that answered the question, why did I get on my mat? Take another deep inhale here, making your way on up into a seated position as we close out our practice together today. So find a comfortable seat, root into your sits bones, sit up nice and tall. We inhale, the shoulders come forward and up, and then exhale, we drop them back and down. Hands come into a comfortable position, whether on the knees, palms up or down, in your lap, or at heart center. Closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. We take a moment to express gratitude for yet another lovely day here on earth, and for our bodies that allow us to do so many things, including yoga. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. It was a joy and an honor, and I hope to be able to do so again in the future. The light in me, it sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this first Hatha Yoga heart chakra practice. It was so great to have you. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, Wild Blue Yonder Media, to stay up to date with all the classes in this series, not only the heart chakra, but the rest of the body and all the other practices that I put out there as well. There's tons of great stuff there. If you like this practice, send it to a friend. That's how a lot of people discover me. And it's always nice to share yoga and meaningful practices with others. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next practice. Bye.